Wait, so you're telling me a Mad Max film without Mad Max, based off a character from a 9-year-old sequel, is flopping in the box office? Yeah, kind of makes sense. Let's go back to 2015, where that new Mad Max movie was set to release with a $150 million budget. People enjoyed Mad Max Fury Road for what it was, and it did not so bad in the box office. I mean, it made some money, but nothing crazy here. At the time, it was a successful film. Now let's fast forward a bit to modern Hollywood times. The big executives at Hollywood now saw Mad Max Fury Road, saw Furiosa, and the potential girl boss she had. Oh, the sweet, sweet DEI points we can get from this girl. I mean, that's typical Hollywood in the 2020s now. You see a franchise, flush everything out of there that people liked, and just rebuild it with diversity and inclusion, and then slap the franchise name back on. But based off from what I'm seeing about this movie, that's not really what happened. I've not seen Furiosa, but I've read and watched some reviews, so I've basically watched it. From what I've seen, the general conclusion is this is a decent, good film. It's a good story, there's good characters, there's fantastic acting from Chris Hemsworth. It's not overbearingly woke, and, you know, it's a good watch.
But then why is it failing? You've said that if Hollywood puts out good films, people will go and watch it.
Yes, that's what I've been preaching for months. We need better storytelling and better writing for people to get back in the theaters. But hey, maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe good storytelling and good writing isn't enough to bring these people back in cinemas. Furiosa got a 90% Rotten Tomatoes score on both audiences and critics, and it has been hailed as a masterpiece, but it only opened to $32 million on opening weekend. Memorial Day weekend, which is an extended holiday weekend, which is generally known as to kick off this summer slate of blockbuster movies. A weekend that generally makes Hollywood a lot of money. You know, there was another movie that came out the same weekend, and it starred everyone's favorite voice actor, Chris Pratt.
It's me, Mario.
And this movie too suffered the same kind of blow Furiosa did. Garfield also shared the Memorial Day box office and was only beaten out by Furiosa by $1 million in the opening weekend. Now that might sound like some pretty tough competition, but when you look at the budgets for each film, there's clearly a winner here. Garfield only had $60 million budget. I mean, that's pretty good. Chris Pratt is pretty expensive, seeing how he's voice acting every single person now. But Furiosa had a budget of $168 million. Imagine spending $100 million plus more than your competitor just to eke out $1 million win at the box office. Listen, I get the thought process of making a film like Furiosa. I mean, first off, you got a cool protagonist, and she's a girl boss. Wait, where are all the sexist bigots commenting mean things about this girl boss? Usually they show up by now, right? They all must have took a vacation this weekend. Second, it's my understanding that this movie is based off a short story George Miller wrote for Charlize Theron to help her, you know, build that character in Mad Max Fury Road. So it's already pretty much written for you. So to me, that all makes sense on why you want to make this film. If it was made with a lower budget and released not in 2014. Let's be honest here, Hollywood has changed drastically since 2015. Not only in the filming process, but the current climate and culture has changed. Hollywood in recent years has been doing this thing where they put out terribly written films with overly political ideas and call you racist, sexist bigots for not liking their blue-haired girl boss lead. But seriously, think about it. Hollywood has been putting out terrible films, remakes, remasters, prequels, and ticket prices aren't getting any cheaper here, folks. So this leaves audiences a choice to make at theater. Do I even want to go? Do I want to save up for the new Marvel film? Or do I want to go see this 9-year-old prequel? And I hate to say it, if people have the choice for one movie a year, they're going to go see that Marvel film, especially this year, considering that one Marvel film is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Let's fucking go!
I saw a TikTok that had a really good analogy for this situation. They compared Fury Road to Dune 2, and they compared Furiosa to Dune 1. And they made the point that what if we got Dune 2 before we got Dune 1? We get an incredible story, we get conclusions to characters and story arcs. Now imagine if 9 years later they released Dune 1, and we saw how everything starts. Yes, it's still a good movie, but why would we want to return to that world when we know how everything ends up? I feel like if this movie came out before Fury Road, then this franchise would be blossoming right now. And there'd be so many sequels, probably an HBO Max TV show, and hell, we could have gotten a Mel Gibson sequel. But this movie is kind of breaking people's minds a bit because, you know, it is a good film. I'm not denying that at all. It has good action, good story, good characters. And all those supposed racists and bigots who are movie critiques are giving it good reviews. But, you know, people on Twitter and the wokies online don't want to believe anything otherwise. In response to Critical Drinker's review, this person said,
"Get a job and stay away from her."
Video title is misleading. His only complaints were the CGI at times and the lack of Max in the movie that has made Mad Max Saga in the title. Otherwise, thought it was a great movie. Never thought I'd be defending Drinker.
Two very stupid complaints.
Watch the video.
No,
It was a good review.
people be saying anything. I'm not watching the review because he probably complains about the female character. I don't even need to watch it. I just know it based off the title and thumbnail.
Whoa. Okay. Calm down there, Mr. She-Her 19. She-Her 19. What the hell does 19 mean? Is that a new one I need to learn about? Anyways, Furiosa is showing us that 9-year-old prequels will not make big box office numbers. And I think the audiences are smart now, and they're just waiting for films like this to come to streaming or digital. Because like I said, people now can't afford multiple trips to the theaters anymore. And I think because of that, they're less inclined to take risks on movies like this. They see the potential this movie could be shit, and they don't want to waste time and money figuring that out. But of course, at the end of the day, I do want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Furiosa, and why do you think it flopped? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.